Victoria Jackson, and she's not here today. Did you have anything to do with her not being here?
No, sir.
Did you threaten, coerce, or have anybody on your behalf do anything to her to put her in fear about coming here today?
No, sir.
Dismissed. You can go.
Thank you.
Both parties raise your right hand. Each of you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You are Taya Brown.
Yes, sir.
You're Charles Kendall.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brown, you filed a petition for repeat violence against Mr. Kendall, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to continue with this injunction?
Yes, sir.
And the allegations that you have in the injunction are true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kendall, have you had an opportunity to review these allegations, sir?
Minimally, sir.
All right, well, listen up and I'll read them to you, okay? On 21 May 98, at home, around 0800 Wednesday morning, the respondent started calling my residence. I asked him several times not to call my house. He has continued to do so even after I told him. After the third phone call from him Wednesday morning, I called the police to make a report of harassing phone calls. While I was on hold, he called 17 more times looking for his wife. I would answer it and hang up, and I would just let it ring. While I was making the report, he knocked on my door. I asked the officer what I should do if it was him. I answered the door. It was the respondent. The respondent broke into my apartment on 20 May 98 at approximately 09:27. He forced his way into my apartment when he shoved open the door and threw me against the wall. I ran to my bedroom and locked the door where I could call 911. He banged on my door yelling for his wife, who wasn't there. He jiggled my door until it came open. Looking around my bedroom, I told him I was on the phone with the police. He said, "She isn't here, is she?" Then he left the apartment. The respondent was arrested. Now, as a result of that, is that why you're in jail?
Yes.
And how long have you been in jail?
Since that evening.
The 20th. And I notice here that those charges are still pending, is that correct?
I believe
Did
so.
you go to video court since
Yes.
you've been in jail? When you went to video court, Mr. Kendall, you were advised of your constitutional rights, and one of your rights is not to say anything to incriminate yourself under the Fifth Amendment. Since you do have the charges pending, I don't want to do anything to violate your Fifth Amendment rights. What I normally do is I'll enter the injunction. However, I put on it that you deny the allegations but stipulate to the injunction. Therefore, nothing that went on in here could be used against you in the criminal case. In the event that you are found not guilty or the charges are dismissed, you're welcome to file a motion for rehearing in here so you can testify and say anything you wish to say without fear that your own words would put you in jail. All right, sir? Thank you, folks. Good luck to you.
Crawling on last page, yes, oh my God.
Both parties raise your right hand, please. Each of you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
Kimberly Cron.
Yes, sir.
You're Michael Cron.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Cron, you filed a petition for domestic violence against Mr. Cron, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You wish to continue with that injunction?
Yes, sir.
And the allegations that you have in the injunction are true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cron, have you had an opportunity to review these allegations?
Yes, sir.
As a result of these allegations, have you been arrested or
No.
charged criminally?
No.
After reviewing the allegations, do you admit or deny the
I
allegations?
deny the allegation.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to say, sir?
Yes, sir. And then I didn't, on this night, I brought a friend home with me from work so I can get some clothes. That was it. And I also brought him because before this night, she had acted, when I went there, she would try to keep me there by doing whatever. She stood in front of a car, she stood in front of a moving car with the baby to keep me from leaving, even though I had to go back to work. So I brought him along I thought in my mind that if I brought him, nothing like that would happen. It was wrong. I got there, I wanted to get some clothes. She wanted me to come inside and close the door. I told her no, that my friend would come in so he could see everything that happened. He's outside now waiting. He's a witness for me right here. I went in. As soon as I went in, she ripped my earring out. She punched me in the nose with it. She started ripping my clothes up. I told her, don't hit me. I went to the door, opened it up, and from there, she ripped my shirt off. She scratched me all over. Our baby was standing at the top of the stairs. I told her to get the baby. The baby was crying. She did all of this right in front of the baby. I never touched her. I grabbed her wrist to push her away. That was all I ever did. I had to jump over the balcony to get away from her. She threw all my clothes out. She ripped all of my clothes up in the closet. I got down to the bottom of the stairs to where the car was parked. She was standing in front of my friend Gary's car. Gary told her don't touch the car. He got in. I opened my door. She stood in the doorway of the car, grabbing me by the throat, running around with the car with the baby on her hip, squished against the car. I told her stop. I told Gary to stop the car. I told her to stop. She was going to injure the baby. She wouldn't listen. This is the second time she did that with the car with me. And Gary said, Gary, let's go. He pulled the car over to the side. And when he tried to pull the car over to the side, she kept running along with the car. I told her to stop. If she didn't, I would call the police. She said that she has friends that are policemen, that she will not get charged with anything. I said, well, you're endangering the baby. That's all I'm looking. Just stop. She would not. I called the police. She ran upstairs, and then the police came.
The police wrote both of you a referral, didn't they?
Yes. You did.
Counsel, any questions you have? Mr.
Yes, Your
Cron?
Honor. Mr. Cron, you were extremely intoxicated on this evening, weren't you?
No, I was not. When I punched out from my work. I left my work. You can check my records at work. I left my work. It took me 20 minutes to get from my work to there. Never drank, not one drop. Gary, my witness is right out here. He's the one who actually did bring me from my work to her apartment. I never drank a drop, not once.
Mr. Cron, the police officer questioned you that evening on how much you had to drink, didn't he?
No, sir, he didn't. I never drank a drop at all.
Is it your testimony before this court you had consumed no alcoholic beverages prior to
That is
this?
my testimony.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything you'd like to present, counsel?
Your Honor, I'd like to, if the court has any questions concerning the validity, I'd like to present Ms. Cron.
Proceed.
Yep. Ms. Cron, would you state your full name for the court, please?
Kimberly Lowry's Cron.
Ms. Cron, you've requested that an injunction for protection be entered, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And in fact, you are aware that you're here today for purposes of requesting the court to continue the injunction that was preliminarily entered.
Yes, sir.
The allegations that your husband has responded to, did the incidences occur in the manner in which your husband has represented to Judge Palomino they occurred?
Not at all that way.
Would you explain to the court in your words what happened on that evening?
He came over with a friend, but he came in the apartment without his friend to talk. I wanted to talk to him. We closed the door. We started arguing because I was there so that he could come see his daughter. He wanted to see his daughter. He got there hours after he left work. I'd already called work and he was gone. He came in drunk. I could tell he was drunk. I was upset that he would rather go to a bar and get drunk than see his daughter. We started arguing. I grabbed his t-shirt, but not with force, not enough to rip it. It was just right here at the collar. He pushed me against a wall. As soon as he pushed me against the wall, I came back towards him. He hit me open-handed right here. I mean, the police it was swelling and turning colors, before the police even left. After that, I grabbed his shirt again and I scratched him. After he hit me, I scratched him. But when we got downstairs, I was not standing in front of the car, and he did not jump over a balcony, and I did nothing to endanger my daughter. She was not on the steps. She was in the living room at the time of the argument. We were in the foyer. My daughter was in no danger at any time from me.
Did you at any time chase him in a car with a baby with you?
No.
Ms. Cron, have you become concerned about your husband's drinking habits since your separation from him?
Yes, he's had a DUI conviction or a DUI charge since a week after we separated. I had to bail him out of jail. He's been drinking heavily since then. When he drinks, he doesn't drink just